Well, good afternoon, and welcome back to Wertydurd for episode 5 of The Life of Wertydurd. I am, got the game paused right now because I got a couple of things I want to kind of share in this episode, and that maybe will help you like it helped me. And I got a couple of decisions to make, so I thought I'd pause this thing, show you around Wertydurd, and let you see what's going on. And we have made some tremendous progress since last time. In fact, this might be as comfortable as I've been since the beginning. So let's recap. We are in late spring of year 33. I believe last time in episode 4 we were in year 20. I read a tip a couple of days ago on the Banished forums about how to make sure that your production of wood stayed up. I'll be honest, I was a little doubtful when I read the tip because I thought, just don't see how that'll work, but thought, well, I'm going to come in here. So I came in last night. I was in about year 25, and I started to take. I applied that tip a couple of times around the map or around my village to see what would happen. And sure enough, within a couple of seasons, my wood production was up significantly enough where I did not have to spend all my time sending my laborers to chop wood and do all that. The other benefit was that my food production is just stupendous, absolutely fantastic. So let me show you what I mean, and then I'll show you around a little bit. We are sitting here looking at the main primary population of, or the population center, if you will, the urban center, if you will, of Wertydurd. And you're familiar with this part of the map if you've watched the series. But let me show you what I'm talking about in terms of production. So we're in year 33, late spring. You can see my population's up to 117 at this point, with 81 adults, 22 students, and 14 children. This is a little worrisome for those of you that understand this game, because here's the problem. I've got 42 homes only for 46 families, which means the children are living with their parents longer, which means they don't mate, which means they don't have children, which means that my steady flow of kids, if you will, being educated. You can see I am 100% of my adults are educated. That means every single one of them has gone through our education systems. That's awesome because they produce better and all that stuff. 98% are clothed, but you'll see in a minute that I've got plenty of clothes. That's just a matter of somebody going and getting some new clothes. So I got 117 people in year 33. Let me show you my production here. So here's where I am right now in year 33. I currently, for food, have 22,000, just under 22,000 units of food in storage around, and you'll see around my map. I have fuel, primarily firewood, of 4,080 units of fuel, which is fantastic. I use 1,000 or so. I mean, I only see about a minus 1,000 gap every winter when it goes down. So I'm actually building this at a fair pace. You can see my production here, 364 versus 166 used in this spring, in this year. So that's pretty good. And then most importantly, I've got logs, 465. So I have a plentiful supply of logs in reserve should I need more wood or firewood and all that stuff. This is where I've made significant strides, and I feel really good about what's happened. So let's take a look around and see what I'm talking about. For many of you, if you've played this game before, you're going to go, well, duh, Cross, everybody knows that. Well, I didn't. And when I discovered this and then proved to myself that in fact it does work, I was amazed as anybody. So let me show you what I got over here. I'm going to zoom up a little bit. Okay, this is one of what I would call a kind of a population center. Okay, so what I've got here, this is a secret. You notice in this forest here, I have a forester's lodge, I have a hunting cabin, and I have a gatherer's hut. That is a given. Okay, and this is kind of the secret here. So there's this. I also have a house back there, but I've changed the way I do things in that, but that's another story. These three things: forester, hunting, gatherer's hut, all collectively together, sharing the same forest. The thing is, since they all produce or use collect a different type of product, if you will, then they can all share the same forest. So you basically, one piece of land can serve food needs in gathering, food needs and clothing needs in the hunting cabin, and again, food needs here, over here, your forester lodge is your wood needs. The secret that I found was that I was unaware, maybe you are too, but these foresters actually will keep up with the demand of wood need. Okay, so I have not, since year 25, or 27 I think, which is 6 years ago, I have not once sent my laborers to cut wood anywhere, because my foresters, and you can see I only have 2 of the 4 assigned, so I could actually increase their production. 2 of the 4, and this is true at all 6, I believe I have 6 foresters, we'll find out right here, no, 5 foresters, so I have 10, so I only have 2 at each of these. But those foresters, of course, they cut and they plant trees. What I didn't know is the immensity with which they cut trees. They have not only kept up with my demand, but they have increased, as you can see, where I have almost 500 logs in storage, and I've got 4,000 fuel in place. In fact, I'm going to bump this up. It's been so good. I'm going to go ahead and bump this up to about 7,500 for now. I'm going to bump this up to 1,500. So this is a little node. The other thing that I have in this node, just outside the forest radius, or just inside, as the case may be, I have the housing for that. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses here. Got a stockpile, and I've got a woodcutter to provide them with some firewood from the raw wood. Over here, I've got a market. This is the other new thing. I had not built a single market in nearly 40 hours of play. Now, what I've done is I've created, as you can see, I've got 4 markets, and I only have 1 marketer or vendor in each one. And you can see this guy's done a heck of a job collecting. This is my newest market, in fact, right now, and there it's already 72% full. So these guys will go and they'll collect them out of storage barns. Okay, so you can see the storage barn over here has some stuff in it still, but this vendor will go and collect each of these guys, the gatherers and the hunting cabin, the wood, the firewood, the logs. You can see when you look in here, this is a little bit of everything. There's food, there's firewood, there's logs, there's leather, there's all kinds of stuff. So what that means is everybody who lives within this circle that you see around the market, they'll go to the market to get their stuff instead of having to go to a storage barn, which may be a little further away. And not only that, they go to the storage barn, which only has food, but then they have to go to a stockpile to collect their firewood too. So this is a one-shop. This is like a mall in modern-day America. So I built a market basically around every one of these nodes. Over here, I've got the beginning of my next node. You'll see I got a hunting cabin, a gatherer's hut, and a forester's lodge. So that's basically, literally, that is my secret. You can see I've got room for another market sometime soon. Built this market as well. This is my newest market, excuse me. It's only 25% full, but again, it's serving this node back here. So again, I've got a forester, I've got a hunting cabin, excuse me, I've got that, but who cares about that? And I've got the gatherer's hut. So I've got, again, my normal node right there. Housing not only here, but also I put a few up the street as well who are outside of the radius of the of that node. This was a node that I had built originally that I really, this one also has an herbalist, and frankly I don't think this one has there's one it's missing, which would be my forester. I don't have a forester in this one. Let's swing over here, take a look and see what's happening over on this side of town. You can see that my agriculture center has increased dramatically. I'm full with sheep, I'm full with cows. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 chicken coops that are all full. So we are slaughtering. You can see I've got beef in here, I've got chicken in here, I've got eggs in here from the chickens. So we've got some nice production coming out of here. I've got chestnut orchards, 2 of them right here. Just planted a couple seasons ago a pumpkin patch, as well as this is squash here. Over here, again, I built another node. Okay, so I got a gatherer's hut, the hunting cabin, the forester's lodge. These guys self-produce everything I need. I also put another herbalist over here, so I've got 2 herbalists because they produce more than enough herbs for my population. So I just have 2. So this herbalist kind of went with this node here. Over here, I've also created, again, the housing that kind of serves this area as well as the market. So I've got another market over here that's 80% full. So all of these people who live here come here for the market. So they get their firewood, they get everything right there. It's a thing of beauty. Also, these fields, which this is being built, it's going to be an overrun pasture. So if I should get a disease in one of my pastures, I can move my animals over here. But I've got apples growing in this orchard. I've got cherries growing in this orchard. And again, this is a pasture that has nothing in it right now, and I'm going to kind of save it for, again, that overflow in case something happens. Got the same thing going on here. So I've built a couple of extra pastures just to split some herds if I need to, or some groups of animals in case I need to. So that's the secret, folks. I mean, what I've found is, again, I'm getting this kind of production out of the food, even with a population of 117. I am getting this incredible production of food, of firewood, and everything else. So I've built a ton since we last came, and all of this costs resources. I've got the church is built now. I got 117 members, a good church-going community. I got my mine that's working. I'm working coal out of this mine. Probably have to build this 30 or 35 user, 20 or 24. Yeah, I've got to build another graveyard here because I'm going to fill this thing up here soon. So it'll probably go over in this area somewhere. But as you can see, here's an example. Okay, this is a forester's lodge that I haven't harvested any of these trees, but you can see last season this forester went out and harvested almost all of his trees. I didn't order him to do it, they just do. And then they replant them, and then they'll harvest them again. And the work that they're doing is enough to keep me in wood. So it is a thing of beauty, and this has been just a great tip that I read, I applied, and absolutely positively works. So I am really healthy right now. I've had the only issues I've had is both of these chestnut orchards have been infested with pests, with insects. This one twice, and this one once. So because of my food situation, it's no problem. I just go in here when I get an infestation. It has this really cool yellow fog that kind of hangs over the field. Then I just order the farmers to cut them down and harvest the wood. Forget the chestnuts that are coming off it. I don't need the food. I'm in good shape, so I just harvest it, or cut the trees down, and I'll take the wood. Thank you very much. So that's kind of what that's a little secret I learned that absolutely positively has made a humongous difference, and I'm really excited about that. One more thing I want to talk about before I wrap this episode up, and that is right now I have at City Hall, you see these folks kind of in dark clothes right here. They're kind of hanging out. Well, these are some nomads. Okay, I have currently 8 nomads that are requesting citizenship in Wertydurd. I had a group of 12 earlier. I declined them in my population, and I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why, in fact, I am going to decline this group as well. I do that because I have got a nice population at 117. As you can see, if anything, I've got a little housing shortage going on. So I have no place to put these guys. They would stifle my children producing. And then secondly, they artificially inflate my population, and I just don't want to throw my wood and my food production off balance now that I've finally sort of gotten it figured out. So I will dismiss them. I will continue to grow my population the old-fashioned way, in the bedroom, late at night, or in the daytime for those kinky ones. But regardless, we're going to continue to grow it that way. So, man, I hope that helps some of you guys. If you're like me, I played 40 hours before I read that, and I said, let me try it. And darn it, it works. So hopefully that'll help some of you guys do the same thing. Build those little nodes with those 3 pieces. And then again, every third node, I put a herbalist shack in there too. So anyways, hope that helps. That's it for episode 5. Looking forward to joining you guys again sometime in the near future. But until then, you enjoy yourselves. Have a great day, and peace out.